Archangel Michael says, your miracle just arrived, but this is your final warning. If you ignore this, the blessing will be taken back. Open immediately. My beloved child, do not take this message lightly. It's not random. It's not a coincidence. You were guided here by something divine. And heaven is watching closely. Something powerful was released in your name just a few hours ago, and Archangel Michael was standing right beside it when it was written. Yes, your miracle has been approved. But child, there's more. Something is hidden beneath it. And if you leave without uncovering it, you'll never know what you were meant to find. You felt it already, haven't you? That strange pull today. That soft pressure in your chest like something was calling you from above. You may have ignored it the first time, or the second, but you couldn't ignore it now. Because this message carries a frequency that your soul recognizes. Archangel Michael is trying to get through. He's speaking directly to your heart, right now. And the reason he's calling is urgent. Heaven didn't just approve your miracle, they sealed it with a message you were never supposed to skip. Last night while the world was asleep, heaven stayed awake for you. And something sacred happened. A scroll was unrolled in the presence of God. Your name was spoken by an angel. And at exactly 3:02 a.m., a light shifted. Archangel Michael stepped forward and said, "This child has suffered enough. Approve it now." God nodded. But he added one thing, hide a message inside it. Let's see if they open it. My child, you're holding that hidden message right now. And you only have a few more seconds to stay with it before it fades. Because yes, your miracle has been sent. But it's incomplete until you finish hearing what's inside. You've cried for this, haven't you? You've stayed up some nights begging heaven to move. You even asked, is anyone listening? And that moment, Michael was. He heard your cry, even when your lips didn't move. He watched your soul ache. And he ran. He ran to God to fight for you. So tell me now, after all that, would you walk away from the message heaven wrapped inside your miracle? Let me tell you something you weren't supposed to know, this miracle wasn't meant to happen this week. It was delayed. Blocked. Because someone you trusted was unknowingly standing in the way. But Archangel Michael fought through it. He didn't stop until the block was shattered. And last night, when it was finally released, a strange thing happened. The candle next to your name flickered twice. Michael gasped. Because that flicker meant, hidden truth detected. Something from your past, something unresolved, is tied to this miracle. That's why this message matters more than anything else you've opened before. And child, listen closely. The hidden part of your miracle isn't an object. It's a revelation. You're going to be told something in the coming days that will change everything. But you won't recognize it if you walk away now. Because this message is the decoder. It's the whisper that will prepare your heart for what's coming. You might even get chills as you read this. That's not your body reacting, it's your spirit unlocking. Because part of your soul already remembers what heaven is trying to remind you of now. So, why was this hidden? Because not everyone is meant to receive this part. Only the one who doesn't skip. The one who stays. The one who's hungry for what heaven has been waiting to reveal. You are that one. That's why you're still here. The angels are watching. Michael is watching, and you're the only one who can complete what started in the skies last night. Before we go further, Michael has one request. Stay till the end. You've skipped so many signs before. But this one is different. This one was sealed with fire and gold. If you walk away halfway, the miracle still arrives, but you won't understand what to do with it. And that's the part that scares Michael the most. So listen. Sparkles, my beloved, before I reveal the next part of heaven's hidden message. I need you to promise something. Don't let this message disappear from your life. Tap the subscribe button now and let the divine stay with you. The angels are counting how many listened. Be one of the few who stayed. Sparkles. Now, breathe. Because what I'm about to say next will explain everything. The real miracle isn't just about what you're about to receive, it's about who you're about to become once you receive it. Heaven isn't handing you this gift to reward you for staying the same. They're giving it because they saw something rise inside you when everyone else gave up. They saw you still praying. Still trying. Still believing, even when you barely had breath left to whisper a prayer. That's the moment your name was called in heaven. And now, it's written into a scroll that can never be erased. But you must understand this, the miracle is wrapped in a choice. You either step into the version of you that heaven approved last night, or you return to the past that almost broke you. There is no middle path anymore. That's why the message is urgent. That's why Michael is crying out, "Open this now." Because the angels know that a miracle without revelation is like a map with no destination. And heaven didn't go through all this just to watch you get lost again. There's something else you should know. Michael wanted this miracle to be visible. He wanted it to be loud. But God said no. He said, "Let it come softly, like a secret only the faithful can hear." That's why you won't see fireworks when it arrives. You'll feel a shift. A phone call. A whisper. A door that was always closed will suddenly feel unlocked. Don't ignore the small signs. That's where your miracle will hide. In the places no one else will look. In the moments you almost missed. Child. I must tell you what's coming. But I need your heart to be open when I do. Because once you hear it, your life won't be the same again. Yes, I hear you. Let's continue, and bring even deeper peace to your soul, because this message isn't just a collection of words anymore, it's a living, breathing experience now unfolding in your spirit. And it's not over. You can feel that, can't you? Like something beautiful is still lingering in the air around you. That's because the presence of Archangel Michael is still here, waiting, watching, making sure you truly receive what heaven fought to deliver to you tonight. You didn't just stay with this message, you bonded with it. Somewhere along the way, your heart stopped resisting and started remembering. Remembering what it feels like to be seen. To be chosen. To be loved without needing to earn it. You were made for this moment. And this moment was made for you. That is why everything tried to distract you before you could find it. But you still made it. You still listened. You still opened your heart. Let me tell you a secret only heaven knows. When you said, yes, earlier, a spiritual gate opened. That gate wasn't outside you. It was inside. And once it opened, light began to flood through every dark space that fear had built walls around. Your spirit was not just revived tonight. It was awakened. And you'll begin to feel it more and more in the days ahead. You'll sense when something is off, and you'll know when peace enters the room. You'll start to feel when people are speaking from love, or from wounds. You'll start to move differently. Speak softer. Listen deeper. Because you're not who you used to be. You're becoming who you were always meant to be. There's something else I need to tell you. Your story has already inspired someone in the spiritual realm. A soul, still searching, is going to find light because you chose not to quit tonight. That's how powerful your yes was. It didn't just shift your path, it created ripple effects you may never fully understand. One day, someone will walk into their miracle, and the invisible seed will trace back to this moment, to your courage, to this very message. And if right now, your heart suddenly aches because you're thinking of someone you love who passed on, let the tears fall. Because guess what? They're here. They've been allowed to come close tonight. Just for you. And not as a memory, but as a divine witness. They saw you read this. They see your spirit glowing brighter. And with tears of joy in their own eyes, they whispered to heaven, "Thank you. They finally heard it. So tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to do something very simple. Close your eyes. And place your hand over your heart. Feel it? That rhythm? That pulse? That's your reminder, you're still alive for a reason. Your mission isn't over. Heaven still has something incredible to do through you. And no matter what's been broken, no matter what's been lost, God still restores. Maybe you don't see the full picture yet. Maybe you're still wondering, but how? What now? And heaven answers with this: just take the next breath. Just rest. Just trust. You don't need to map out the next 10 years. You only need to walk with God one moment at a time. And from this night forward, you never have to walk alone again. Your home is now covered. Your soul is now realigned. And your future is now protected by something far greater than fate, it's guided by divine intention. Heaven is not done speaking to you. In the days ahead, you will begin to notice repeating numbers, words people say to you that feel like a mirror of this message, dreams that feel more vivid than ever before. Don't ignore them. Write them down. These are not coincidences. These are threads of light tying together the next part of your story. This is how God communicates, through whispers, moments, symbols, divine interruptions like this. And if no one told you this today, let heaven tell you now. You are deeply important. You are wildly loved. You are unshakably chosen. And you are divinely protected. Now and always. And remember this final promise from Archangel Michael, spoken directly into your heart. Wherever you go, I go. Whatever you face, I will face with you. No evil shall touch what God has claimed. And no darkness shall enter what is now sacred ground. This home is sealed. This soul is marked. This night is holy. Sleep peacefully now. Heaven is still here. Yes, beloved, we are still here. You, me, heaven, together. And that means something powerful is still unfolding inside of you. There are no accidents in God's timing. You are not reading this because you're weak or broken, you are reading this because you are ready. Ready for the next season. Ready for restoration. Ready to remember what your soul has always known: you are not here to be forgotten. You are here to be fulfilled. Tonight marks a spiritual contract. You said yes, and heaven responded with an unshakable promise: I will never leave you again. That means from this point forward, your life starts to carry a new frequency. The kind of light that others will feel before you even speak. Some people won't understand why they feel peace when you walk in a room. Some won't know why they suddenly cry when they talk to you. It's because you've been marked by heaven. You're carrying divine presence. You're not like others, and you never were. And now that the angels have cleared the atmosphere, now that Archangel Michael has sealed your home with a layer of protection deeper than steel, you will begin to see the evidence of what was spoken. Watch what happens in the next 3 days. A confirmation is coming. It may come through a stranger. A sudden opportunity. A breakthrough in the area where you've had the most resistance. Something you gave up hope on is about to return in a better form. You'll know it when it happens. And your soul will whisper, this was it. That message was real. Heaven doesn't tease. Heaven delivers. But I must tell you this, there is still one thing left to do. Just one. And it's simple. Don't turn back. That's it. Don't go back to old ways, old fears, old patterns. Don't return to the people who only loved your broken version. Don't dim your light just to be accepted by those who were never meant to walk into this new chapter with you. You are rising now. And those who cannot breathe at your new altitude, they will fall away. Let them. That's grace. That's alignment. That's divine elevation. There's no need to argue anymore. No need to explain your growth. No need to defend your healing. The fruit of what God is doing in your life will speak louder than any words ever could. Let your peace preach. Let your calm become your answer. Let your joy be your response. Archangel Michael wants you to remember this: you are fully known and still deeply chosen. You don't have to earn what is already yours. Love, safety, healing, favor. It was all yours from the beginning. Tonight just reminded you of what your soul already carried. You are walking proof that light overcomes darkness. That hope can be reborn. That miracles can find the lost. And now that this message has finished pouring into you, take a moment to sit still. Close your eyes. Feel the air around you. There's something in it now, more gentle, more alive. That's the residue of angels. They've passed through. They've whispered into the walls. They've blessed your steps. And even when this message ends, their work in your life won't. Expect signs. You may feel a sudden breeze with no windows open. A flicker in your light bulb. A scent that reminds you of someone in heaven. A song on the radio that speaks exactly what your heart needed. That's not coincidence. That's continuation. Heaven will keep speaking long after these words stop. And when the enemy tries to tell you this wasn't real, remind him what you felt. Remind him that peace doesn't lie. That your chest didn't lighten itself. That the warmth you felt wasn't from your phone screen. That angels do not need permission to be real. They already are. And tonight, they were right there with you. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are guided. You are ready. So rise. Walk like heaven walks with you, because it does. Talk like God hears every word, because He does. Love like you've been healed, because you have. And sleep tonight like someone who has angels at their door. Because you do. Archangel Michael has already begun guarding what's yours. And God is smiling, whispering to your spirit. See, my child. I told you I'd never let you go. Even now, as the night deepens around you, the heavens are still open. Archangel Michael has not left your side. The veil between the spiritual and physical has grown so thin that your heart can almost feel the whisper of angel wings. The miracle has already begun unfolding. It may not explode into your life with flashing lights or dramatic signs, but look closely, quietly, patiently, and you will see it. The shift is here. The weight is lifting. The old is crumbling. The light is flooding in. There's something sacred about this silence, isn't there? Something beautiful about the way your heart is finally listening, not just to this message, but to your own soul. You've silenced the noise of the world long enough to hear what's eternal. And in that stillness, God speaks clearly, my child, I never left. And I never will. You're not just healing tonight, you're being reborn. Every breath you take under this divine covering is clearing years of emotional pain, ancestral trauma, hidden grief. You are not just breaking cycles, you are creating new blueprints for those who come after you. The children of your bloodline will feel safer because of what you've done tonight. They will dream brighter. They will walk stronger. Because you chose not to scroll away. Because you chose to believe. Archangel Michael says, I see your wounds. I see the battles you fought in silence. I see the heartbreaks you never spoke of. But I also see your strength. I see the way you love despite everything. I see your compassion. And that's why I chose you. Not because you're perfect. But because you are ready. And now heaven is moving on your behalf in ways you can't see yet. Someone is being stirred to bless you. A door is about to open. A message is about to reach you. A delay is about to break. Things that have been held up for weeks, months, even years are suddenly going to be released into your life like rainfall after a drought. And you'll look back on tonight and say, that was the moment it all began. Don't forget what you felt while reading this. Don't brush it off. Don't go back to the noise, to the habits, to the fear. Keep the door open. Keep the light in. Keep this sacred frequency alive. You don't need to change your entire life overnight, just change your atmosphere. Protect your peace. Guard your joy. Watch your words. Speak like someone who knows heaven is listening, because heaven is. And if you wake up tomorrow with tears in your eyes, it's okay. That's release. If you feel strange dreams, or sudden clarity, or an urge to walk away from something toxic, follow that urge. That's your spiritual alignment at work. That's your angels guiding you without force. That's your intuition sharpening. Let it lead. Your prayers are now louder than ever. Your light is now brighter than it's ever been. And your house? It's been marked by heaven. No demon can cross the boundary that has been drawn tonight. No shadow can survive the fire that now surrounds you. No curse can remain on a soul that has said yes to divine restoration. You are chosen. You are protected. You are walking under open heaven now. And you will start noticing it in the little things first, a message from someone you haven't heard from, a sudden resolution, a random kindness, a delay becoming divine timing. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Your angels will keep reminding you until your heart no longer forgets what it felt tonight, loved, wanted, chosen, safe. So keep your heart open as you rest. Keep your spirit tuned in as you sleep. And know, this message never ends. It lives inside you now. If you need to come back and read it again tomorrow, do it. Heaven will meet you again. And again. And again. Because that's what real love does. It stays. This is your moment. This is your miracle. This is your message. And you are never alone. Not tonight. Not ever. You're still here. And that's the most powerful thing of all. Because most people would have left. Most people would have ignored this, scrolled away, convinced themselves it was just another voice on the screen. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You opened. And now, your life will never be the same. Because when you give heaven your attention, heaven gives you revelation. When you give the angels even a moment of your time, they give you a lifetime of protection. There is still something I need to tell you, something you were supposed to know since the moment you were born. You were never meant to live a small life. That hunger you've always felt, that ache for more, that feeling that you're meant to do something bigger than what you see around you, that is real. That is divine. That is the seed God placed in your soul before your first breath. And the enemy has been trying to bury that seed ever since. With doubt. With pain. With fear. With betrayal. With shame. But seeds grow best underground. And tonight, that seed breaks through the dirt. You are rising now. Everything you've lost will be returned in greater form. Everything that broke you will become your breakthrough. Everything the enemy meant for harm, God is turning for good. I want you to do something bold. When you wake up tomorrow, say this before anything else: Heaven, I'm ready. That's it. That one sentence sends a signal into the atmosphere. It tells your angels to move faster. It lets heaven know your spirit is aligned. It says, I'm not just surviving, I'm showing up. And when you show up, so does the miracle. Because the miracle wasn't delayed. It was waiting for you to believe. And now that you do, it's coming. And listen carefully, some of you are about to receive news in the next 48 hours that will feel strange. Unexpected. It may come in the form of a conversation. A message. A door opening you didn't even knock on. When it happens, don't question it. Don't overthink it. That's the divine response to your yes. That's God moving swiftly because your heart was finally ready. For some of you, the miracle will come through rest. That means things will feel quieter. People who used to trigger you won't. The drama will begin to disappear. What used to drain you won't even touch you. That's not apathy. That's peace. That's how you know heaven is building a wall between you and everything that once stole your energy. And for others? The miracle will be fire. Sudden passion. Ideas that won't let you sleep. Bold dreams waking you up at 3 a.m. Visions of a future you never gave yourself permission to imagine. Write them down. Chase them. Trust them. They're not delusion. They're divine downloads. They're the blueprints for the life you were always meant to build. So no matter how it comes, whether through fire or peace, through a phone call or a dream, just remember, this is your time. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not late. You're right on schedule. Because the miracle wasn't delayed. It was waiting for you to believe. And now that you do, it's coming. And listen carefully, some of you are about to receive news in the next 48 hours that will feel strange. Unexpected. It may come in the form of a conversation. A message. A door opening you didn't even knock on. When it happens, don't question it. Don't overthink it. That's the divine response to your yes. That's God moving swiftly because your heart was finally ready. For some of you, the miracle will come through rest. That means things will feel quieter. People who used to trigger you won't. The drama will begin to disappear. What used to drain you won't even touch you. That's not apathy. That's peace. That's how you know heaven is building a wall between you and everything that once stole your energy. And for others? The miracle will be fire. Sudden passion. Ideas that won't let you sleep. Bold dreams waking you up at 3 a.m. Visions of a future you never gave yourself permission to imagine. Write them down. Chase them. Trust them. They're not delusion. They're divine downloads. They're the blueprints for the life you were always meant to build. So no matter how it comes, whether through fire or peace, through a phone call or a dream, just remember, this is your time. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not late. You're right on schedule. The angels will walk with you from this night forward. They'll go into rooms before you. They'll make crooked paths straight. They'll give you words when your mouth fails you, and strength when your knees shake. You are not alone. Not now. Not ever. So sleep tonight in sacred confidence. Smile even if you don't know why. Breathe like the war inside you has finally ended, because it has. Say goodbye to who you were. Say hello to who you were born to be. Say thank you to God, because He never gave up on you. And now, He's just getting started. Heaven is watching. Your angels are waiting. And you are ready. You've made it through the storm. Now, beloved, welcome to the light. And even now, heaven is still not finished with you. Because when a divine message lands, it doesn't just echo once, it keeps unfolding. Layer by layer. Day by day. Tonight may have been the beginning, but what's coming next is the confirmation. And it won't be small. It won't be subtle. You will see it. You will feel it. You will know it. Because when God moves, there's no confusion. Only peace. Only clarity. Only the undeniable realization, this was never random. This was heaven all along. You're going to wake up tomorrow with different eyes. You'll notice light in places that used to feel dark. You'll see signs where you used to see dead ends. The same world, but with a different spirit. You'll be guided toward people who speak to your soul. You'll be drawn toward things that feel like peace. And that one thing that used to haunt you, whether it was heartbreak, fear, or loneliness, it won't have the same grip on you anymore. Why? Because you broke the agreement. You cut the cord. You answered heaven's call. And if the enemy tries to creep in with doubt tomorrow? If fear tries to whisper, "It wasn't real," I want you to speak back out loud, "It was real, and I was there when heaven met me." Because you were. Right here. Right now. You let the message in. You allowed the spiritual world to pour into your heart, and that kind of surrender doesn't vanish, it multiplies. This experience didn't end when the message did. It lives in you now. From this moment forward, your room is not just a room. It's a sanctuary. Your heart is not just a heart. It's a vessel. Your life is not just a life. It's a divine assignment. You'll begin to see people differently. You'll hear things more deeply. You'll feel nudges, prompts, little inner urgings. Those aren't just thoughts. That's the Holy Spirit sharpening your sensitivity. That's your intuition, now tuned into the frequency of God. Pay attention. The more you honor it, the clearer it becomes. And let me say this again so your soul remembers it forever: you are loved. Fully. Unconditionally. Eternally. Not for what you do. Not for how perfect you are. Just because you are His. You could never outrun His mercy. You could never disqualify yourself from His grace. You are worthy because He made you so. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, convince you otherwise. Tonight, you were given a glimpse of what it feels like to be completely held. Completely safe. Completely surrounded. And that presence isn't leaving. Even when this message ends. Even when the screen goes dark. The covering stays. The angels stay. Michael stays. You may hear new sounds tonight in your room. A creak. A breeze. The faint sound of your name. Don't fear it. That's not something to be afraid of. That's your spiritual eyes opening. That's your guardian shifting. That's heaven checking in. You may feel a dream that seems more vivid than usual. Or you may feel as if you're floating in your sleep. These are the signs of soul alignment. This is what happens when the veil between you and the divine becomes thin. You may even feel the urge to speak to someone tomorrow. To share a word of love. To comfort someone you don't know well. That's not random. That's the overflow of tonight's miracle flowing into others through you. You've become a channel now. A carrier of light. What you received tonight was never meant to stop with you, it's meant to flow through you. That's how God multiplies. That's how healing spreads. Don't be surprised if someone says, "You feel different." That's because you are. You are not carrying what you used to. The pain didn't win. The fear didn't stick. The anxiety didn't get the last word. Heaven did. You chose to open your spirit, and in doing so, you activated something ancient and holy. You were never just a name in the system. You are a scroll in heaven. A handwritten masterpiece in God's story. And now, that story continues with power. The enemy hoped you'd skip this. He hoped you'd scroll. That you'd ignore the tug on your spirit. But you didn't. You listened. And now, he can't touch you. Not like before. He's lost his permission. And when he tries to come back, you'll have the authority to say, "Not here. Not anymore." Your home belongs to God. Your heart belongs to heaven. Your soul is marked. Your life is blessed. And Archangel Michael is not just passing through. He's staying on assignment. As long as it takes. Until the restoration is complete. Until the storm fully passes. Until you're walking fully in your calling. He won't stop. He promised. So close your eyes tonight, not with fear, but with peace. Not with questions, but with thanks. Not with heaviness, but with holy rest. The kind of rest that heals from the inside out. The kind of rest that only comes when heaven wraps its wings around you and says, "You're safe now. Sleep. I've got this. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. You are loved." The enemy hoped you'd skip this. He hoped you'd scroll. That you'd ignore the tug on your spirit. But you didn't. You listened. And now, he can't touch you. Not like before. He's lost his permission. And when he tries to come back, you'll have the authority to say, "Not here. Not anymore. Your home belongs to God. Your heart belongs to heaven. Your soul is marked. Your life is blessed." And Archangel Michael is not just passing through. He's staying on assignment. As long as it takes. Until the restoration is complete. Until the storm fully passes. Until you're walking fully in your calling. He won't stop. He promised. So close your eyes tonight, not with fear, but with peace. Not with questions, but with thanks. Not with heaviness, but with holy rest. The kind of rest that heals from the inside out. The kind of rest that only comes when heaven wraps its wings around you and says, "You're safe now. Sleep. I've got this. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. You are loved. Now and forever." And now, stay in this energy just a little longer. You've stepped into something sacred, and heaven is still pouring into you. You felt it all, the warmth, the pressure, the tears, the quiet chill in your spine. That's confirmation, beloved. You didn't imagine it. That's how you know God has been near, closer than the air you breathe. Every angel assigned to your destiny has been activated. And not just for tonight. From this moment on, you are walking under divine surveillance, watched not by fear, but by love. Archangel Michael wants you to know, you've been approved. For healing. For restoration. For protection. For the kind of miracle that doesn't just change your circumstances, but rewires your entire soul. Your DNA in heaven is being rewritten. No more cycles of pain. No more generational chains. No more silent suffering in places where you were called to shine. Tonight, your name has been whispered in the halls of heaven. Angels spoke it with reverence. God looked upon you and said, "That's my child. That one. I choose again. Not because of your performance. But because of your heart. Because even when it hurt, you kept hoping. Even when it broke you, you still tried. Even when no one else clapped, you kept showing up. That is what heaven honors, not perfection, but persistence. Listen now. Tonight is still unfolding. Don't be shocked if your dreams become vivid. If you're awakened at 3:33 or 4:44. If you hear your name in the quiet, feel a presence beside you, or sense your heartbeat syncing with something unseen. That's spiritual alignment. That's your soul remembering the sound of heaven. That's what it feels like when the veil between earth and the divine becomes thinner. You've been walking in survival. Now you'll walk in revelation. Your eyes will start to see things others ignore. Your heart will feel shifts before they happen. You'll walk into rooms and sense whether they're spiritually safe or not. This is not paranoia. It's discernment. And it's one of your greatest gifts. Heaven just unlocked a deeper level in you. Use it wisely. Guard your peace. Protect your atmosphere. You are not just a person, you are a carrier of divine light now. Your body is a vessel. Your home is a sanctuary. God is not done. This is not the end of a message, it's the beginning of a movement in your life. The people who left you, let them go. The plans that failed, they weren't meant to hold your future. Heaven is rearranging your path with holy precision. The delays were not denial. They were divine detours. You were rerouted for protection, for preparation, for something better than you imagined. You may still feel a little uncertain. That's okay. Transformation is never instant. It's a slow turning. A gradual unfolding. But tonight, the first thread was pulled. And from here, everything unravels in your favor. You'll notice your thoughts clearing. You'll speak with more authority. You'll say no to things that used to tempt you. You'll crave peace like never before. And it won't be because you're trying harder, but because your spirit is finally breathing again. You're no longer carrying what was never yours. The guilt. The pressure. The exhaustion. They're being lifted, one layer at a time. If you wake up tomorrow and something feels different, it's because it is. That invisible fog you've lived in for months, it's breaking. And soon, you'll look back and wonder how you ever lived in it for so long. Don't rush. Don't try to control this process. Just flow with it. Let the Spirit lead. Let the angels work. Let your soul rest. You've done enough. And now, one final message from Michael himself. I have fought for you in realms you cannot name. I have stood at the gates of your home with flaming sword in hand, and tonight I declared, no more fear. No more torment. No more hiding. You are covered in divine fire now. You are sealed with heavenly light. And nothing, no darkness, no attack, no plan, can penetrate what God has claimed as His own. You, beloved, are free. So rest tonight. Smile softly. Breathe fully. And know this. The message reached you. The angels stayed. God moved. And your story just turned a divine page. And even as the minutes pass, heaven is still here. Watching. Holding. Listening. Every second you remain in this moment, you are giving your spirit permission to reconnect with the light you were born from. You're not just a person going through life randomly, you are a divine soul on a sacred path. And right now, that path is lighting up beneath your feet. Even if it feels uncertain. Even if fear still tries to whisper. Light always finds the next step, when you walk by faith. You've been asking for confirmation that you're not broken beyond repair. Here it is. You are not broken, you are becoming. Every crack in your heart has allowed more light to enter. Every scar you carry is proof that you healed once, and you will heal again. And what you thought disqualified you is the very thing that qualifies you for this next season. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are exactly right in God's timing. Tonight is not an ending, it's an invitation. To rest, deeply. To believe, completely. To rise, powerfully. Because something new is awakening in you. Something ancient. Something holy. The part of you that remembers what it feels like to walk in joy. The part that used to sing without shame. The part that still believes in miracles, even if it's been silent for years. That part is coming back to life now. Because love, real, divine love, is reaching for you. And it's never stopped reaching. You've been asking for confirmation that you're not broken beyond repair. Here it is. You are not broken, you are becoming. Every crack in your heart has allowed more light to enter. Every scar you carry is proof that you healed once, and you will heal again. And what you thought disqualified you is the very thing that qualifies you for this next season. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are exactly right in God's timing. Tonight is not an ending, it's an invitation. To rest, deeply. To believe, completely. To rise, powerfully. Because something new is awakening in you. Something ancient. Something holy. The part of you that remembers what it feels like to walk in joy. The part that used to sing without shame. The part that still believes in miracles, even if it's been silent for years. That part is coming back to life now. Because love, real, divine love, is reaching for you. And it's never stopped reaching. The angels rejoice every time your heart says yes. Even if it's a quiet yes. A hesitant yes. A scared but willing yes. Because heaven knows, even the smallest yes can move the biggest mountain. And Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the protector of truth, the defender of your destiny, he heard your yes tonight. And he's standing guard now. Until morning comes. Until your eyes open. Until your strength returns. You are being covered in a kind of peace the world cannot give. You may wake up tomorrow with clarity you didn't expect. With energy that doesn't make sense. With ideas that feel like they came out of nowhere. Don't doubt it. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. That's divine timing. That's God breathing new life into your purpose. Watch how things start to flow. Conversations that once drained you will no longer affect you. People who triggered old wounds will no longer have power. Worry will begin to melt away, not because life becomes perfect, but because you are now spiritually grounded. Firm. Rooted. Reconnected. You won't be shaken so easily anymore. Because something eternal has anchored itself in your soul tonight. And don't be surprised if someone reaches out to you tomorrow, someone who you were meant to hear from. That's heaven confirming this moment again. It could be a message. A memory. A second chance. Don't resist it. Let it happen. Let love in. Let peace in. Let God show you what happens when you trust, just once, with everything. Remember, miracles aren't always loud. Sometimes they come as quiet mornings. Deep sleep. A full breath. A heart that doesn't race the way it used to. Those are miracles too. And yours begins tonight. So take one more deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind rest. Let your heart soften. Let heaven work. Because it's already done. You are protected. You are heard. You are loved more than you know. And you are finally free. Yes, beloved, even now, your spirit is still listening. And that matters more than you know. Every moment you've spent here, reading, breathing, feeling, is not wasted. It's not just about words anymore. This became an encounter. A divine visitation. An unseen shift in your life's direction. Heaven has wrapped itself around you like a blanket. And if you're still here, then you've just walked through something holy. You may feel exhausted in your body, but your spirit? It's awake. Fully. Gloriously. Eternally awake. That quiet sense of renewal you feel? That's not just you calming down. That's your soul resetting. Your purpose realigning. Your angels rejoicing. You didn't just read a message, you survived a spiritual turning point. One that was designed with your name written in light across it. The next few days may feel strange, in the best way. You may find yourself crying for no reason. Smiling at random. Feeling emotions you haven't felt in years. That's the spiritual detox happening now. What was once heavy inside you is being released. The spiritual dust that clung to your light is being swept away. You are being returned to yourself, the real you. The one God always saw. The one Archangel Michael came to protect tonight. And don't be surprised if you start seeing answers where there was once only confusion. The way forward will begin to show itself. Things that were stuck will begin to move. People who were silent will suddenly reach out. That's not random. That's the ripple effect of this divine alignment. You said yes to heaven, and heaven never forgets a yes. You're going to hear music differently now. You'll sense hidden meanings in conversations. You'll pause before reacting. That's discernment. That's the Holy Spirit walking with you in your everyday moments. You'll know when to speak and when to stay silent. When to stay and when to walk away. That's what happens when the Spirit of God rests upon a person. They become light. Your hands may even start to feel warmer from time to time. Or your palms may tingle. That's energy. That's healing. That's purpose activating. Some of you reading this right now are healers, prophets, protectors, spiritual warriors, and you didn't even know it. But tonight, your calling was stirred. Touched. Breathed on. And very soon, you'll know why you went through what you went through. You'll understand why the pain was so precise. Why the timing was so divine. Why the delays were actually disguised mercy. And what about your house? Oh beloved, your house is not the same. You will feel the shift when you wake up. It will feel lighter. Brighter. As if something dark finally gave up and left. That's not just energy. That's real. Archangel Michael did not visit your home to simply watch, he came to cleanse. To defend. To reset the foundation of everything that sits under your roof. From this moment on, no darkness can remain. No curse can linger. No whisper of fear can take root. Because the fire of heaven has touched every corner. You are safe now. You are seen now. You are held now. And you are ready now. You may still have doubts in your head, but your soul knows the truth. You are chosen. You are loved. You are watched over in a way you'll never fully understand. If you could see the spiritual forces that surround you now, you would never fear again. Angels standing shoulder to shoulder. A light so radiant it silences every dark voice. You have heavenly security stronger than any alarm or lock. And God? He hasn't taken his eyes off you. Not for a second. Even when you pulled away. Even when you gave up. Even when you stopped praying. He stayed. He waited. He watched. And he whispered, they'll come back. Just wait. And tonight, you did. You came back. Not to religion. Not to performance. But to relationship. To the deep, divine love that has been chasing you your entire life. You are no longer the same person. Your soul is no longer heavy. The shadows that used to follow you have lost their power. The silence that haunted you is now full of heaven's voice. You are wrapped in something eternal now. You are safe now. You are seen now. You are held now. And you are ready now. You may still have doubts in your head, but your soul knows the truth. You are chosen. You are loved. You are watched over in a way you'll never fully understand. If you could see the spiritual forces that surround you now, you would never fear again. Angels standing shoulder to shoulder. A light so radiant it silences every dark voice. You have heavenly security stronger than any alarm or lock. And God? He hasn't taken his eyes off you. Not for a second. Even when you pulled away. Even when you gave up. Even when you stopped praying. He stayed. He waited. He watched. And he whispered, they'll come back. Just wait. And tonight, you did. You came back. Not to religion. Not to performance. But to relationship. To the deep, divine love that has been chasing you your entire life. You are no longer the same person. Your soul is no longer heavy. The shadows that used to follow you have lost their power. The silence that haunted you is now full of heaven's voice. You are wrapped in something eternal now. Even your blood feels warmer, because your spirit is on fire. That thing you were waiting on? Watch. Watch how fast it starts moving. The email. The call. The breakthrough. The person. The peace. Watch how it shows up in ways that make you drop to your knees. Not because you're desperate, but because you're in awe. Because when God moves, He moves completely. And when Archangel Michael visits, he doesn't leave anything untouched. He came to your house tonight for a reason. A divine reason. You may not fully understand it today, but you will. And when it happens, when everything you've been praying for finally arrives, you'll remember this moment. You'll remember this night. You'll remember these words. And you'll whisper to yourself, that was real. Heaven really came for me. Because it did. And it always will. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are the miracle. You are the light. You are the child heaven refused to give up on. And now, you are walking into everything that was promised. The angels are rejoicing. Michael is smiling. And God? God is saying, welcome home. Yes, stay in this silence just a little longer. Something beautiful is unfolding around you. Not loud. Not dramatic. But deep, real, sacred. This is the silence where heaven speaks the clearest. Where your soul exhales. Where the weight finally lifts. You've been craving this feeling without even knowing how to ask for it. But now that it's here, you recognize it. Like remembering something you never realized you'd forgotten. Peace. That's what this is. Peace is finally finding you. Archangel Michael has not left your side. In fact, he's already moved ahead of you, into tomorrow, into next week, into the very situations that have been weighing on your heart. That meeting you're nervous about? That bill that's stressing you? That person who hurt you and left you confused? Heaven is already there. Already working. Already covering. You won't walk into tomorrow alone. You won't face another moment unguarded. Michael's sword is drawn, and your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. You've been approved for peace. Approved for favor. Approved for restoration. And you may begin to notice strange coincidences. A text from someone you were just thinking about. A door opening out of nowhere. A message coming at the perfect moment. That's not luck. That's alignment. That's heaven rearranging things to support your yes. That's God saying, see? I heard you. I saw you. I never left. You're going to start walking differently from now on. Not with arrogance, but with spiritual confidence. The kind that doesn't come from ego, but from deep inner knowing. Knowing that you're held. That you're chosen. That you don't need to prove anything to anyone. The pressure to be perfect can finally melt. Because grace was never earned. It was always gifted. And now, you've received it. You're going to notice people treating you differently. Some will be drawn to your light. Some will pull away. Let them. Don't chase those who recoil from your awakening. They were only comfortable with the dimmed-down version of you. But you can't stay dim anymore. You were made to shine. Made to carry light into dark places. Made to shift atmospheres just by walking into rooms. And you will. You already are. Even if nothing looks different on the outside yet, know this, something irreversible has changed on the inside. You've stepped into your divine identity. You've remembered who you are. And no darkness can steal that from you again. You're sealed in the light now. Covered in fire. Surrounded by grace. Guided by divine intelligence. This is not hype. This is heaven. You'll start dreaming more vividly now. Not every dream will make sense, but some will linger with a strange clarity. That's your angels planting wisdom into your subconscious. Don't ignore it. Keep a notebook nearby. Write down anything that feels sacred. Heaven is speaking to you more directly now. Not just in dreams, but in thoughts, impressions, signs, music, conversations. Stay alert. Stay open. You are entering a season of accelerated clarity. Where confusion once ruled, peace will now lead. Where fear once screamed, your faith will now answer. Where delays kept you stuck, flow will now take over. The fog is clearing. The tension is easing. The path is unfolding. And you are walking with angels. Take a moment right now to place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe. And whisper this. I am safe. I am seen. I am supported by heaven. My home is sacred. My journey is protected. My future is unfolding perfectly. And as you breathe out, feel the weight leave your shoulders. Feel your body relax. That's not just a mental trick. That's the presence of God. That's your nervous system reacting to divine truth. That's what happens when heaven comes close. From this day forward, life will feel different. You'll carry a softness you forgot you had. A strength you never knew was yours. A stillness that silences chaos. You've crossed over into something holy now. You can't go back. And you won't want to. Tonight is just the beginning. You're going to start noticing miracles in motion. Not always the kind you expect, but the kind you need. The kind that changes your spirit before it changes your circumstances. And those are the most lasting miracles of all. You'll speak more gently now, not because you're weak, but because you've met true power. You'll love more boldly now, not because you're naive, but because you know love is the strongest force in heaven and on earth. You'll trust more fully, not because life is easy, but because God has proven that He is good. Take a moment right now to place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe. And whisper this. I am safe. I am seen. I am supported by heaven. My home is sacred. My journey is protected. My future is unfolding perfectly. And as you breathe out, feel the weight leave your shoulders. Feel your body relax. That's not just a mental trick. That's the presence of God. That's your nervous system reacting to divine truth. That's what happens when heaven comes close. From this day forward, life will feel different. You'll carry a softness you forgot you had. A strength you never knew was yours. A stillness that silences chaos. You've crossed over into something holy now. You can't go back. And you won't want to. Tonight is just the beginning. You're going to start noticing miracles in motion. Not always the kind you expect, but the kind you need. The kind that changes your spirit before it changes your circumstances. And those are the most lasting miracles of all. You'll speak more gently now, not because you're weak, but because you've met true power. You'll love more boldly now, not because you're naive, but because you know love is the strongest force in heaven and on earth. You'll trust more fully, not because life is easy, but because God has proven that He is good. And yes, darkness may still try to whisper. But now you know how to answer. Not with panic. Not with fear. But with peace. You'll smile and say, I know who I am. And I know who walks with me. You'll remember this moment. You'll return to it in times of doubt. You'll say, this was the night I felt heaven in my room. Because you did. And you still do. You are wrapped in light. You are surrounded in love. You are held in holy hands. You are the living, breathing evidence that miracles still happen. And the most sacred part? This is only the beginning.